Your family, your health, our passion. This is Family Practice with Dr. Jeffrey Fox, sponsored by Family Practice Associates of Lexington, PSC. Visit us at fpalex.com and like us on Facebook.
Welcome back. My next guest is the Reverend Susan Allen, who is a chaplain at Baptist Health. Welcome.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
Well, now, you know, when we come to the hospital, we're sick, and it's usually all about healing the physical part of it. Mm-hmm. But there's more to it than that, isn't there?
Absolutely. One of the things that chaplains do is we know people are coming because they're sick and their bodies are hurting, but we also want to address their emotional and their spiritual needs while they're in the hospital, and that's what chaplains are there to do. They're helping support the patient and the family going through probably something that's absolutely new for them, something they've never been through before, and it can be very frightening, and so we're there to try to support them through that time.
Give me an example when you say spiritually. How does that occur?
Well, I think when anybody is facing an illness, there's a lot of uncertainty, and sometimes people are, of course, are afraid, but they also sometimes can fall into despair, and so we're trying to help them find some kind of light through that illness, some kind of hope. There's always hope. Sometimes it just has to be shifted a little bit in what we thought what it might be, but we start where the patient is. We let them take the lead, and we follow them then and try to learn more about them through conversation, through just talking to the family and trying to get a deeper insight into who this person is so that we can then help them cope, also face whatever it is that they're going through and feel like they're not alone, which is a big part.
Well, now, last month we had a palliative care director on, mm-hmm. and she had a team. Do you have access to other folks that can help in terms of this patient's spiritual journey?
Yes, well, here at Baptist Health in Lexington, we have 5 chaplains, myself and 4 other chaplains. So they are all assigned different units. Everybody in the hospital virtually has a chaplain assigned to them. So we don't always get to see everyone, but we're available to everyone. And then, of course, we work with the social workers, we work with the physicians and the nurses to try to get a better picture of who we're meeting, who the patient is, what they're dealing with, any psychosocial issues that are going on, any medical issues. So it really is an interdisciplinary profession because we work with so many different people, and we always want to be a part of the team in helping that
now, I know we're Baptist Health, mm-hmm. but you don't have to be a Baptist. You don't have to have any religion, I guess.
Right. For the patients, we are chaplains come out of whatever tradition that they are. I'm a Christian, okay, but I'm an interfaith chaplain. That means I minister to people who are Christian, Jewish, Muslim, no faith at all. They could be something that is not even that familiar to me, but the point is I don't start where I'm coming from, I'm starting where they're coming from, and we're helping them find the spiritual resources because we're all spiritual beings. We may not always be religious, but we're all spiritual beings, and we want to help that patient find whatever that spiritual strength they have to get through what they're going through.
Now, you also, not only patient and family, but you also interact with the staff, and sometimes, given COVID and everything else, they could really use some spiritual
absolutely.
uplifting.
I think I was just recently reading a paper that actually outcomes when chaplains are ministering to staff, there's better outcomes even for the patients then, because if the staff is feeling supported, they're more resilient. There's less opportunity for people to just walk off the job at some point, which all of us feel that way sometimes. And so we're there to support them, to befriend them, to walk alongside them. And those are really some of the people that I spend the most time with as a chaplain, as our staff members.
So before we go, tell me briefly, how do you get to be a chaplain?
Well, to be a professional chaplain, which is what I am, you have to have a college degree. You have to have a degree from an accredited seminary, so you've had some kind of theological training. And then after that, you have to do something called clinical pastoral education, which is a year-long residency. So that all takes quite a bit of time, but they are master level practitioners, spiritual care practitioners, and so that's the starting point when you can be hired. And then after that, all of the chaplains at Baptist Health also are board certified chaplains, so we go above and beyond to meet the needs of patients, and that's about a 2-year process to get that to be board certified.
And just reinforce here, it's important spirituality as much as physical.
Absolutely. I don't think, I mean, certainly people can get better through the help of medicine, but when your body and your mind and your spirit are not aligned, it's just makes it harder. And so when you feel like you have spiritual support from God or from a higher power, that you have the support of your family, all of that makes it not necessarily easier, but it just is less lonely. You just have someone there that you can turn to and say a prayer or have a conversation that's deep and entering into some of the holiest conversations that we have about death and dying.
We thank you for all you do for the patients. Thank you for coming in and telling us about it.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
We'll be right back.